This loud and clear. Guys, could you please confirm? Done. So in the last class, we have executed the if and else. And inside the if and else, we have understood the what is meant by block of codes. First, I have told you in the last class, this is my last class. Within the last class, I have told you what is meant by block of code. Block of code means the complete block will be executed if the condition is satisfied. Otherwise, the block will be ignored. What are the different types of blocks we are having? Means first if block, along with the second if, along with the else you can write. If with the elif also you can write if you are interested with the elif, and along with the if, elif and else. Okay. And coming to the next one is nested if. And most commonly we are going to use a nested if for multiple times. Right, guys? Now, so this is the data. Now, this one we have discussed in the last class. What are the different types of blocks? Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss the next topic related to the topic is loop. Today's class, we are going to discuss the concept called as loop. Here, as one of the student is saying that there is some issue in the program. Automate identity indentation error is failed. Okay, here if you see, Morley, in your code, what are you have shared? Okay, the print, what are the print in the first one? In the if condition, just here auto indentation, that is tab space was not clear. You have given manually the spaces. One by one space you have given. Maybe two spaces are there in the print. So there you have to use the tab space. Right? Done. Next. Coming to the next one. In today's class, we are going to discuss the concept called as loop. Now, as I've told you, loop means, what is the meaning of loop means? Repeat the block of code. Loop meaning is this one. Repeat the block of code. That is the meaning. Sir, what is the difference? Meaning is okay. What is the difference means? So here, loop means repeat the block of code. You are going to write the if and condition. And inside the condition, you are going to write the block of code. What are the block of code is there? You are going to write the block. Some code. Okay, what are the block of code is there? You are going to write some lines. Maybe 1 line or 20 lines or whatever it is. You are going to write inside the if condition. Similarly, we are going to use the while condition. While. And we are going to write one condition. Here also we are going to write the condition. And inside this also we are going to have the same way block of code. Now, what is the difference between these two? This is also block of code. This is also block of code. What is this block of code is called as if block. What this block of code is called as while block. Now, what is the difference? Major difference is in the if condition, within the if block, how many times the condition will be checked? Means condition will be checked. Condition is checked only for one time. Only for one time. Only one time you are going to check the condition. Now, if the condition is true, execute the block. Condition is false, means ignore the block. It will check the condition only for one time. If condition is true, execute the if block. What are the block is there? Execute the block. If condition is false, what are the condition is there? If the condition is false. Okay, in that case, if the condition is false, ignore the code. Ignore the if block. You are just ignoring the if block only. You are not going to ignore the remaining things. Ignore the if block. This is the one. When you are working with the if condition based. Now, when you are working with the while, what happens means the condition is not checked for one time. Condition is checked for multiple times. Sir, why it will check for multiple times? Means the code was designed like that. That is the difference between the if and while. If you want to check the condition only for one time, means the code you have to write the if. If you want to check the same condition again and again, miss, then you are going to write the code called as while. While will check the condition for multiple times. How many times the condition satisfies? If condition is true, execute. How many times it executes? Executes the each time the condition is satisfied. Execute while block. What are the while block is there? Each time the condition is satisfied. So one time condition is satisfied means one time only it will execute. 100 times the condition is satisfied means 100 times it will execute. Point is clear? One time 100 times, two times, three times, how many times the condition satisfies? Each time the condition satisfy, each time the condition satisfy, each time the condition satisfy, it executes. Each time the condition satisfies, it executes. If condition is false, what are the condition is there? If the condition is false, what are the condition you are having? If it is false, okay, ignore the while block. It will ignore the while block and it goes to the next line. Simple. Is the point is clear? Sir, why to check multiple times, sir? Condition, for example, if, okay, 1 is less than 3. Okay, if you check one time also, it is okay. If you check 100 times also, answer is same only, no, sir. No. Here the point would be difference like this. How the difference will be? See, observe this one. X is equal to 1. Okay, if X value less than 5, I want to print SRK. Print SRK or print AI. I'm printing the AI. Okay, and bottom I'm going to write here X is equal to X plus 1. Now tell me what happens here in this case. If I execute this code as per the last class what I have told you, if I execute this one, what happens? X is equal to 1. First it will create the variable with 1. X is equal to 1. Corner is not visible. Huh? Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Online, offline students, it is not visible, it seems. Now, till what extent it is visible? Okay, done. So here if X is equal to 1 and X is less than 5, print AI, print X is equal to X plus 1. X is equal to X plus 1, not print, execute. Now first what happens? First X is equal to 1 will be created. After that, it is going to check whether 1 is less than 5 or not. Condition is true or false? True. Since condition is true, it is going to execute what? AI, and it is going to execute the X value is equal to 2 and it will stop. Now again it will go back from here to here. No, it will check only for one time and program was completed. One time AI will be printed. Now what is the latest value of X miss? 2 is the latest value. Program is completed. Now the same code as it is, I'm writing inside the X. X is equal to 1. What are the value is there here? Same thing. While X is less than 5. Same code. Instead of the word wherever the if is there, I'm just changing to while. Now where while X is less than 5, print AI. I'm printing the AI. And also I'm going to print the X value is equal to X plus 1. Same. Now in this, both of them, what is the difference? In this program and in this program, only the word if, instead of if, I'm using the while word. Remaining that, everything is same. Other than that, remaining everything is same. Now whatever I'm having here, if first it is going to check 1 is less than 5. Same way, here also it is going to check the 1 is less than 5. 1 is less than 5, print AI. AI will be printed. X value is equal to 2. After completing this one, Okay, in the if case, first let us discuss the if case. So here x is equal to 1. So for x is equal to 1, first it is going to create 1 with x. 1 is less than 5. Condition is satisfied. So print AI. So AI will be printed since the condition is true. Now what is x value? 2. It will stop. Now how many times AI was printed, miss? Only one time AI was printed and x value is okay with the 2. Now when it comes to this one, now here what happens? X is equal to 1. Up to here completed. Same as 1 is less than 5. That is also same. Print AI. AI is printed. Whatever is in the rectangular box, it will be printed. So print AI means AI will be printed. Now x value is equal to 2. Up to here completed. Like similar kind of if. After completing this one, it will come to the next line. But here it will go to the back to the original position. Again, it will go to the original position. Why, miss? It was designed in that way. To come out to check the condition only for one time if was designed, to check the condition for one more time while was designed. Okay. So for example, in this class, I want to ask whether the student, your name is Pawan or not. In front of me, around 20 students are there. Assume. Let's take an example. 20 students are there. Now I want to ask the one student whether your name is 20, or should I ask for all the students your name is Pawan? One student I have to ask whether your name is Pawan, or should I ask all the students your name is Pawan or not? Miss, first I'll ask one student, what is your name? Or I'll ask directly whether your name is Pawan. He will say no. No means what is the meaning? Ignore the code. Now if I stop here itself, it is called as if. I'm asking only one student whether your name is Pawan. He told the answer as yes, I'm Pawan, miss. I will execute something. I will speak with him something. If he says that I'm not Pawan, miss, simply I will ignore him and I will go back. Now here I'm going to check only one time or multiple times, miss, one time. But my requirement is after one student was completed, again I want to check the second student, whether your name is Pawan. Again I want to check another student, whether your name is Pawan. Again I have to check another student, whether your name is Pawan. Like that I want to check for every student. What is my requirement is check the student name is Pawan. That is the condition. Check student name is Pawan is the condition, and it has to be done for the multiple times. Same way here also it will be done in the same way. First x is equal to this same way, x is equal to 1. 1 is less than 5. Print AI. X is equal to now 2. After this, it will go back to this position. Now what is x value? 2 is less than 5. Now 2 is less than 5? Yes. Now again print AI. Now what is the x value? 3. Now next again it will go back to here. 3 is less than 5. AI. And what is the x value, miss? 4. Now what is the latest x value? 4. Now again it will go back to this position. Now 4 is less than 5. Print AI. So AI also will be printed. Now after printing the AI, now x value is equal to 5. Again it will go back to this original position. Now 5 is less than 5. So condition was failed. Now it will ignore. Wherever the condition failed, it will ignore. So every time it will go back to the original position. From the last line to first line, automatically it will go. Within the while block, within the while, from the starting to ending. Basically loop means repeat the code. When you want to repeat, then only use the loop. You don't want to repeat means don't use the loop. For example, in the given list of numbers are there. In that multiple tens are there. Multiple tens are there. You want to remove one 10 miss, one time you are going to write list dot remove. You want to execute for multiple times miss, multiple times tens you have to remove. Then what you are going to use? You are going to use the loop. Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? So one time to remove, we are going to use 110. To remove for multiple times, we have to use the loop. Repeat the same thing. List dot remove of 10. For example, here I am having a list. As everyone knows, na list. L is equal to, what are the L is equal to? List of 10 comma 20 comma 10 comma 10 comma 10 comma 10 comma 10 comma 10 comma 20 comma 10 comma 10 comma 20. I want to remove all the 10s. To remove one of the 10, that to first 10, we are going to use the list dot remove. But I want to remove the all the 10s. How many 10s are there? Everything I have to remove. In this total, how many 10s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total 7 10s are there. How many times I have to write this code? 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, first time it will remove the 10. What is the output? From here to here is the output. Second time it will remove the 10. What is the output? Second 10 will be removed. What is the third time? Third 10 will be removed. Like that each time 10 will be removed, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 10s will be removed. And finally, what is the final output you are going to get, miss? Only 20s. Let's give a try. Let's cross check. Okay. Here just I'm trying to open the Jupyter notebook. Yes. Till the condition is true, it will execute. Exactly. Till the condition is true. Is the point is clear? Now, let us take this one example. What are the example just now I have told you? Dilip, you are writing using the for loop, but I am explaining the while loop. Okay. You are writing the for loop, but my requirement is not for loop, while. I am explaining the while here. So now this is my L. Okay. If I print the L, okay, this is the output. So now what are the output I am having here? Okay. In this output, now first I'm going to write the list dot remove of 10. Only 110 I'm removing. The first 10 is removed. And what is the output you are going to have? If you are interested, you can check the print L. What are the print L is there? Print L. Now first 10 is removed. Second time, I'm going to write second time. Okay. Again, this is my original L. In the original L, 2 times I'm removing. So let me execute the original L every time. Okay. Now total how many 10s are removed? 2 10s. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now again, I'm writing the one more code. Now total how many 10s are removed? 3 10s. Now again, I'm writing the code. How many? 4. Next 5. Next 6. Next 7. All the 10s are removed. How many times are there? Now here, which one you have repeated multiple times? This line you have repeated multiple times? No. This one you have repeated multiple times? No. Which one you have repeated multiple times? This one you have repeated. That one has to go inside the block. Repeated block. Inside the loop, it has to go. Which one? This one. Now tell me how many times it has to be repeated. Same line should be repeated how many times? One line only. But this one line has to be repeated how many times? 7 times. So while, okay, while x less than 7. What is the starting one? X is equal to 1. Less than or equal to 7. Less than or equal to 7 means first 1 will be taken. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times it is going to repeat the code. Now which one will be repeated, guys? This code will be repeated. This extra part, whatever you are writing on the top and this one, this is how many times it has to be repeated. Sir, 100 times has to be repeated. 100. 200 times has to be repeated. 200. How many times? How many times it has to be repeated is the top. This one along with the this one. This is total number of times to be repeated. Now which one will be repeated? This one. Now see, same answer you are going to get. Is the point is clear, guys? Understood everyone? The logic. So which one you want to get repeated? That one you have to write inside the loop. Inside the loop. So now question is, how I can know this is 7 only? Just simply write list dot count of 10. What is a list dot count of 10? Because 10 you want to remove na? First, ask what is the list dot count of 10. So list dot count of 10, let us store in the n is equal to this one for one time. Second time onwards, now you take the, this is less than or equal to n. Now n is fixed with 7 now. Everything is clear? So you no need to write particularly n value. N value is 7. Now for example, in this extra 10 is there. Extra 10 is there. Now I no need to count. It will only count automatically. It will only do automatically. Simple. Okay, earlier in the starting when I'm explaining the list, some students has asked me the question, sir, if I want to remove the multiple tens, what I have to do? They asked the question. Okay, at a time I want to remove the multiple tens. This is the way. Sir, any particular 10 only I have to remove. Means I want to remove only these two, sir. Remaining things has to be there. That is another code. Like that, whatever the requirement is there, according to your requirement, you can choose. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone? Yes or no? Everyone, could you please confirm? Yes or no? So which one you want to repeat? So instead of specific count, repetition, length of L. Length of L means it is going to give the overall length. It is going to give the overall length. Right? Now, here, if you take the length of L means all of them, including the 10s and 20s also will be there now. Okay. So now, like this, we are going to write the multiple programs, guys. Not one. For example, in this 30 is there. Now I want to remove all the 10s and 20s also I want to remove. What is a program? That is also multiple are there. Like that I'll explain so many things. So many programs we can write. Using the loops only the programs are developed. Loops are only more important. But here the point to be understand is what is meant by loop. Loop means what? The meaning of loop is repeat the code. Which one you want to repeat? That should be inside the block. Inside the block, whichever you want to repeat. For example, I want to ask the student name. What is your name? Input, enter your name. This is the one. I want to ask the student, what is your name? One time, huh? No, I want to ask for 10 times. Now the same code has to be repeated for the 10 times. Now, if I execute, what happens? How many times it will be executed? One time or two times or three times? Only one time it will be executed. But the same code I want to get executed for 5 times. I want the 5 students to enter your name. First time I want the first student, please enter your name. Second student, enter your name. Now tell me, to execute this one 5 times, what I have to do? It has to be kept in the loop. While. Now how many times I asked? 5 times. So for 5 times, what we have to write? X is less than or equal to 5. Starting X value is equal to 1. Sir, instead of writing X is equal to 1, you write here only 1, no, sir. If you write 1 every time there only, condition is always true, na. 1 is always less than or equal to 5, na. It has to increase, right? It has to increase. It has to increase means here instead of number, variable should be there. It should not have the number directly. Here we are going to write the X is equal to 1. And here we are going to write X is equal to X plus 1. Now automatically this code will be repeated for how many times? 5 times. Point is clear? First you have to decide which one has to be repeated. That one you have to write inside the loop. And how many times has to be repeated? According to that, you are going to add this one. That many times it will be repeated automatically. Point is clear, guys, everyone. For X is equal to 1, one time will be repeated. X is equal to 2, second time will be repeated. X is equal to 3, third time will be repeated. X is equal to 4, fourth time will be repeated. X is equal to 5, fifth time will be repeated. X is equal to 6, condition phase, it will not be repeated. Point is clear? See, it is, if I execute, it is asking, what is your name? I am entering Siva. Next, SRK. Next, DDD. Next, Anil. Next, Kumar. See how many times it has executed this code? Enter your name, enter your name. How many times? 5 times. Okay, asking the user to enter. One time, multiple times. Ask the user to enter his name. how many times? One time. One time means why to write unnecessarily this one? Waste of time. Why to write? One time is one time only. This is sufficient. Ask the user to ask the user 2 times. First time ask the user to enter the name. Second time also. Now here total how many lines of code is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Extra how many lines you have written? 4 lines you have written. Now using these extra 3 lines is better, or without these 3 lines. For example, you want to repeat 2 times. For 2 times also we have to write here 2 only. Now this one will repeat the code how many times? 2 times. Now tell me, if I execute this one and if I execute this one, now this cell will repeat how many times? If I execute, how many times it will be repeated? 2 times. If I execute this one, how many times it will be repeated? 2 times. Same na. Now here 4 lines of code is there. Here 2 lines of code is there. What is the advantage then? There is no advantage. Then you have to get the advantage, means what you have to do, miss? You have to make in terms of, instead of whenever you are having more number, for example 50 students you want. Now tell me, in that case, copying input, enter your name 50 times writing is better, or writing 4 lines of code is better? 4 lines is fixed. Minimum to execute single line also. For this single line also extra 3 lines are locked. Okay. So whenever you are using the more number of times, then only the loop will be having the advantage. For 1 time, 2 times, loop will not have the advantage. For multiple times. Sir, for example, if I don't write x is equal to x plus 1, what happens? Now what is x value? 1. 1 is less than 2. Condition satisfied? Satisfied. Ask, enter your name. Okay. Now again it will go back here. Now what is x value? Again 1 only na. Again 1 is less than 2. Condition satisfied? Satisfied. Again it will ask what is your name. Now again it will come back. Again it will ask 1 is less than 2. Again condition satisfied. Every time condition satisfied, condition satisfied, condition satisfied. Never the condition fail, never the loop will stop. This concept is called as infinite loop. Never the loop will stop. Never the loop will stop. Sir, in a flow I have executed, sir. Without writing x is equal to x plus 1. I have forgot that one. I have executed. Now what to do? It will never stop. You have to enter the values. But I want to stop, sir. Then here there is an option called as stop kernel, and then you are going to stop the code in between. Keyboard interrupt. Okay. Is the points are clear? So multiple times, if you execute the multiple times, what are the multiple times when you are executing the code? Okay, if you are executing the code for multiple times with the infinite loops, your system will hang. Second time, the Jupyter notebook you cannot even open. It will show that file was corrupted. It will not even open also the file. Why? Because you have interrupted between, not for one time, for multiple times. One time miss, okay, human error. Okay, but multiple times you are doing the same mistake, miss. System also will not understand what you are doing. Is the points are clear? Now, so here you have to compulsory do the increment or decrement. It is not compulsory every time increment only. For example, if I take 10, 10 is greater than or equal to 5. I am writing like this, and x minus 1. Now first 10 followed by 9 followed by 8. First x is equal to 10. One time will be executed because 10 is greater than 5. Executed. 9 is greater than 5. Executed. 8 executed. 7 executed. 6 executed. 5 it will ignore. It will stop. Loop is stopped. So total how many times the loop is executed, miss? 5 times. You can write like this, or you can write in terms of x is equal to 1, x is less than or equal to 5, x is equal to x plus 1. Sir, every time x only, any variable, choice is yours. I am choosing x. It is not compulsory x only should be there. Instead of x, you write anything, any other variable name. Choice is yours. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone understood? Either increment or decrement. Choice is yours. Sir, when we have to go to the decrement or when we have to go for the increment means nothing rule is there. As per your requirement. As per your requirement. At the same time, for example, let's take an example like this. I want the numbers. What are the numbers are there? I want the numbers between 100 to 90. It has to print from 100 to 90. First print. What is it has to print 100 followed by print 99 like that. It has to print. Now here what I'm going to do is while x less than or equal to 100, print x value. Sorry, if x is greater than or equal to 90, print x value, x is equal to x minus 1, where starting of the x value is equal to 100. Now 100 is greater than 90. Yes, 100 will be printed. After that 99, 199 will be printed. Like that till where it will be printed? Up to 90. So I'm going to get the output 100 to 90. Right? In the descending order I want. Sir, in the ascending order, sir, then starting number from where you want? 1. Starting from 1 to where? Till 20, less than or equal to 20 or less than or equal to 10. X is equal to x plus 1. Ascending order. Increment and decrement. Is the point is clear? Everyone? Leela Krishna, your question is clear? Now, sir, generally, if I write, okay, if I write x is equal to x plus 1 before print only, without bringing the print here itself, before to this only, if I add or decrease or something, if I do, is there any problem? Miss, there is no problem. But x is equal to 1, 1 is less than or equal to 10, x is equal to 2. Now, which one number will be printed? 1 will be printed or 2 will be printed? Because 1 is less than or equal to 10. Started with the 1 only. But internally, x is equal to 2. Now, print x means what will be printed? X is 2 is printed or x is 1 is printed? Which one will be printed first? Means directly now x value will be started literally with the 2 only. Is the point is clear? It is going to start with the 2. So that is the reason generally we will not write the x is equal to x plus 1 in the starting, because there is no use if write in the starting. Directly we can start with the 2 only now. Point is clear now? So that is the reason we are going to do in this way. Next, coming to the next one. Mahesh. Okay, done. Now, so instead of writing here, directly you write here only 2. If you're interested to start with the 2, directly you write here only 2. So generally increment or decrement will be written in the last line of the while block. Within the while block, last line. What the last line of while block is there? Right? Is the point is clear? Everyone? Sir, my question is, suddenly why 11 has printed, sir? Because 11 condition will not satisfy now. According to this, 11 has to not to print, right? It has not printed that one. So last x value is 10. After x value is 10, it will go here. 10 is less than or equal to 10. Condition satisfied. X is equal to 11 and that 11 is printed here. Point is clear? So whichever the 10 has went here now, 10 is less than or equal to 10. The condition satisfied. Immediately 11 was taken and that 11 was printed here. If you don't write here this one, then what is the x value? 10 here. Basically here it should be 10. But since you have incremented before itself, before printing only you have incremented, with the incremented value you are going to get like this. The output you are going to get in this way. Everyone is clear, guys? Understood or not? Yes or no? So like this we are going to use the conditions. Now here, everyone, I'm getting the response only from the few students like Jahnavi, Leela, Shweta. Only few students are giving the response. I want everyone. Right? Anyone has any questions, miss? Please ask. Which one you want to repeat, that one should be internal. Which one you don't want to repeat? Sir, for example, I want to print the this one only. What are the print L? Okay, like list dot remove you have written, and print L you have written only one time. Now, if I write this, for example, earlier, what are the example you have taken here? Okay, this one basically you are asking to us to write inside the loop. While x is less than or equal to 7, list dot remove of 10, x is equal to x plus 1. Increment is mandatory. At the same time, initialization of x is also mandatory. If you don't initialize the x, it will throw the name error. Sir, for example, I am removing, sir. Why it is not throwing the error for me, sir? According to this, you have to throw the error now, because this x is already used here. That x value is continuing there also. If you restart the kernel for the first time again, if you restart completely, means now no more variables. Now you are executing only this code. Now see, you are going to get the error. Why earlier you have not got the error, suddenly you are getting the error? Means in the earlier example, before to this line code was executed. Here, what are the x value is there? Na? That x value was carry forwarded to here. But this program and that program is separate now, sir. You know that one. How Python knows that one? You are executing in the same Jupyter notebook. In the same Jupyter notebook, two different programs. How Python knows? In the single Jupyter notebook, once you have created one variable, miss, that variable will be used as it is in what are the cell you are using. Right? So here x is equal to, what are the x is equal to you are having? Now x is equal to, I am writing in the starting one, 1. Now I am going to print. Now you have got the output like this. What are the list of this one is there? For example, additional 2 are there now. Now you are going to write the 9. Now automatically it is removed. Sir, you have written the print of L outside. Outside you have written, so it will be executed how many times? One time. For example, you have written the same inside the while block. It has now inside the while block. Now, since it is inside the while block, every time it will remove the 1, 1, 10, and it will every time it will print the list. After first 10 was removed, what is the list? After second 10 was removed, what is the list? After the third 10 was removed, what is the list? Like that, each time when 1, 1, 10 was removed, what is the list? Is the point is clear? You want to print the list for multiple times, means print. Sir, list no need to print that many times, sir. Final answer all I want. One time only you want, or multiple times you want? One time. One time is outside. Multiple times means inside. Whichever the code is inside the block, it will be repeated for multiple times. Whichever the code is outside the block, it will be repeated for one time. Point is clear, guys? Everyone understood or not? Anyone? Any questions? So whichever is repeated, that one, that should be inside the block. Which one you don't want to repeat, that should be outside the block. Now, generally, here, next point is, it is applicable for if. Yes, for one time to be repeated, only for one time, it is if. Okay, now coming to the next one. When the while loop will stop. When the if will stop means that is not a loop now. No need to discuss also. When while loop will stop, that is the question. When while loop will stop. When it will stop means in two cases. It will stop in the two cases. What is the case one? Okay, case one. If condition fails. If condition, what are the conditions side to the while block is there? Na? If that condition, after the while, what are the condition you are writing? If while condition, what are the while condition is there? If while condition fails, it stops. It will not execute. It stops. Okay, while loop stops. If while condition fail means while loop stops. It will not execute that one. Case 2, in which case it will stop means case 2, second case. If, okay, break is executed. Break is executed. Sir, what is meant by break? That one only I'll show you. If break is executed, while loop stops. This is second option. While loop stops if the break is executed. Condition 3, where the while loop will stop means the condition 3 is if you stop the kernel. If stop the kernel. If you stop kernel, that is keyboard interruption. If you manually stop the kernel, it will automatically stop. Generally, this is not the part of the program. So case 3 is exceptional. No need to write the case 3. Case 3, whenever you want, you can stop any program, not only while loop. The entire Python program also can stop anytime. Not only loop, a normal lines of code execution also you can stop in between. So stopping the kernel is applicable for every program, not only for while loop. But especially for while loop, which is applicable means if while condition fails also while loop stops. If the break is executed also while will stop. Now I'm going to explain for you the meaning of break. In which case we have to use the break and what is meant by break. Is the points are clear, guys? Now, so here I'm going to explain, and here remember, okay, till the condition satisfies it executes. Condition becomes false. Exactly. If the condition becomes false, it will stop or break statement. Right? Now coming to the second, here total 3 types of loops are there. The first one we call it as while loop. Second type of loop is called as infinite loop. Sir, what is meant by infinite loop, sir? While true. If you write while true, every time the condition satisfies now. Never the condition fails. Now, how many times this block has to be executed? Now, how many times this block will be executed? Infinite times. Because the condition will not fail, right? Now, this option is not there. If the condition fails, option is not there because never you'll get the false. Answer is true only now. How the false is there? So, this is called as infinite loop. And the third one is called as for loop. Total 3 loops are there. For these 3 loops, to stop break is applicable. What are the second option I have told you now? This logic is applicable for 3 of them. For the while loop also, if the break executed, it will stop. Infinite loop also, it will stop. For loop also, it will stop. Every loop will stop if the break is executed. Is the point is clear? Now, so within the while, can we use one more while? Yes, nested while also available. That is later, which we are going to discuss. Now, coming to this one, while, infinite loop and for loop. Total 3 types of loops are there and each of them are having the each advantage. Sir, for example, if for example, if you have given some task where I can perform with while loop, same thing, the same output I can do with the while loop, same task I can complete, I can perform or I can complete using while loop, I can complete using the infinite loop, I can complete using the for loop. 3 of them are there. Okay, 3 options are there. For the same program, 3 options are there where you can use the 3 of them and you can complete the program. Which is best? Which is best? Means which takes less time. Less time is best. To give the final output is same na. For example, what is 5 tens are? 5 into 10. What is the answer of 5 into 10? If I ask this question, every student is going to give the correct answer. Which student is the best student? Means who has given in the less time. Sir, if the one student has given 60 and one student has given 50, then correct answer only first priority. Okay, if I give the 10 into 5, what is 10 into 5? You have taken the just 1 microsecond, not even 1 second also, 1 microsecond, and you have given the answer as 60. Whether you are a good student? No, right? Here, time is important or not important, miss? Rather than time, output is more important first. You ask me anything in the world, any question, choice is yours. Ask me any question in the world, any GK question, any question, no restriction. Ask any question of your choice. I will give the answer just in 1 second. If you anyone interested, ask any question of your choice. In the entire world, ask any question. In just in less than 1 second, I will give the answer. The answer is called as SRK. Question is whatever it is. Ask whatever the question you want. Who is the president of America? 1 second. Within the second, I will give the SRK. Giving answer is important or correct answer is important? You ask an answer, I have given the answer. Reply only now. You ask a reply, right? I have given the reply now. Your requirement is reply only, right? Point is clear. You are expecting reply from me. Hey, give the answer for this. I have given. Hey, it is wrong answer. Who is the president of America? SRK. Wrong answer. Okay. Wrong or right as secondary. First you asked me. Give the answer. I have given the answer. Completed. In the interview also, time is important. Correct answer is important. Right? First correct answer is more important. After correct answer, if two students are giving the same correct answers, which student has given the less time? When you are able to get the for the same output, what are the output is there? Same output when you are able to get, then which will take less time is the best. For example, you are unable to get from the while loop. You are able to get only from the infinite loop. Then is there either option to discuss? No option. When you are having only one option, infinite loop is only you can use. In this case, miss, infinite loop only you have to use. When you are having the multiple options, which is best, miss, which will give the less time. Same logic is applied in the interview. Same logic is applied in the real time in the performance. If two students has got the same marks, which student is best student, miss? Who has taken the less time? Time is also important. When time is important, miss? When you are having the multiple correct answers with you. But one correct answer, one wrong answer is there, miss? Now no discussion of time also. Time is not an important. As I've told you now, what are the question you ask, I'll give the answer. Time is not important for me, you miss. I'll also not take the time. For all the questions, answers is SRK only. Is the point is clear, guys? Understood? So whenever you are able to complete the task using the multiple concepts, which concept is best, miss? Which will take less time? Sir, how to calculate the time? I will show you how to calculate the time for every program. I will show you. And after showing the time, just cross check. Sir, if time is also same, then generally two programs 100% they'll be there. At least 1 microsecond will be the difference. For example, is best, miss, which or you feel that one. For example, in the running race, okay, two people